This is the Marketing Muscle Up Show, hosted by Richard Tutunji, where he gives you a peek behind the scenes into the conversations and strategies that can help you grow your fitness business and live the life you've always dreamed of.
Welcome back to another episode of the Marketing Muscle Up Show. In this episode, Richard is talking about a really simple framework to maximize your content on social media. He's going to talk about how you can spend less than 1 hour every week creating content that can be used on all the platforms, and why content is still the best way to build longevity into your brand.
Today we're talking about our content maximizer strategy for your fitness business. Yes, I want to show you how to maximize your content, your videos, to be the number one trainer, number one fitness professional in your area, so people recognize you, so your clients recognize you. And so straight away, people can start understanding that you know your stuff, you know your information, you know what you're doing. And that's the number one game to have. If people know what you're doing, you're going to create a wait list of clients coming into your door. We're going to focus around content to ensure that you can generate more quality leads, and then they can turn into better clients. Who loves better clients? I certainly love better clients, and clients that know who you are, clients that know your expertise, clients that understand why you're amazing for. I would rather work with clients that understand why you're amazing for than clients just asking for you. They call up and they say, what's the price? We want to avoid those questions of what's the price and really want to focus around people that value what we do. Most importantly, most likely we want to achieve bigger growth. We want to get more clients in the door. We want to ensure that we can do better work than we did last year. We can impact more people. And so to do that, we want to make sure that what we do is getting out on the front end. And so I'm kind of saying that one piece of content isn't enough. Frequency matters. Repetition matters, and consistency matters. I'll say that again. Frequency, repetition, and consistency matters. You want to know a fun fact? So, on average, this is true. Only 10% of people see your posts on Facebook and Instagram. Only 10%. So all the work that you do in your post, in all the information, only 10% of people will ever see that work. And that's not good, because you're putting all this effort in and only 10% of people see it. So all that hard work is kind of like going down the toilet pretty much. So what we're going to do is, how do we maximize the content so we're creating the other 90% of people can see our content as well? And we want to target the 90% of people that aren't just that 10% of that are seeing your content. So how do we do that? We're going to lead from brand, then marketing, then sales. Instead of just going hardcore sales, we're going to lead from brand, marketing, and sales. Brand, marketing, and sales. So to achieve more brand, we need to get more content on the front end. We need to get more information on the front end so our brand can be seen more. When our brand's seen more, it means that we're going to increase our 10% of people that are watching it just on Facebook, and then we can start marketing to more people. And then we market to more people, guess what? We can sell to more people. So brand, marketing, sales. Now, brand. What are you going to talk about brand? Brand, you're going to create useful content, shareable content, and make sure it's for a wide audience. I'll say that again. Create useful content, shareable content, and make sure it's for a wide audience. Why do we want to go wide audience for, and why does it want to be valuable and shareable? Well, when you're going for a wide audience on your fan page and on that front end level piece of your content plan, is that people aren't really invested a huge amount into you. So like this live, guys, I know a lot of you that are watching, and hello to everybody. And I want to see some comments, guys. Comment to say hello, good morning, please. I want to make sure you're joining me. And you guys invested in content. Where on the top level, maybe your avatar are not invested in content. They don't know about that. And so what you want to do, you want to make sure that your content is good enough that it'll be shareable. So you know those fun videos that you see, or the funny videos that you see shared, and people just sharing stuff? That's what we're talking about. We want to make sure the content's so valuable that people just hit the share button, and it's a short piece of content. That's what a brandable piece of content's about. Now the next part is coming down to marketing. So marketing is when we can start to really ensure that we can now share more content that's a bit more targeted to what we want. Okay, so let's say your shareable content might be a few a 20-second clip of what you, like a kind of a main piece of what you're doing, but then the marketing content is really specific. It can be specific videos, specific ad copy around what you actually do, the services that you run. So brand is just brand. So com is our brand, or you can look at a Nike or a brand, or a Coca-Cola or an Adidas. These are brands, but then when it comes down to marketing, they might be talking about their latest shoes. We might be talking about one of our programs, right? That's marketing, but it's not sales yet. And sales is about lead ads. Sales is about conversion ads, and sales is about an invitation for something. So a Nike, if they were to run an ad, they would say, 10% off these shoes. Now, usually the sales is never done on the ads or the commercials, is it? You'll never see that. You'll never see Nike on TV saying we got 10% off Nikes this week. We don't. We only see brandable content. Where you see that information is in the stores, in the Nike store, because they've got the client in the store, and so in the store is the time to sell. They're not pitching sales on the front end, are they? Coca-Cola doesn't tell you how much their Coca-Cola is on the front end. They're moving you into a different path. And so when we put a lot of content in place, what happens now is then now people can start to see that you're doing something, that you've got a brand out there, that we can talk to you. That's what it's about. Now remember, one Facebook Live or one video is not going to be enough in 2019. It's not going to be enough. So, step number one, I want everybody to take stock of their content. So take stock of your content. Just like a stock take sale, you count how many pairs of shoes or clothes are in there. Take stock of your content. So I want you to count up how many social media posts you did, how many blogs, videos, and podcasts that you did last year. Even if you want to count out videos you did last year. I want you to take stock of that first of all, to figure out where you are in the game, and then what it produced. So let's say you put 10 pieces of content on last year, like valuable piece of content I'm talking about. Not like you shared a post or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual blog that you wrote, actual video that you produced, actual decent social media post that you did, okay? How many of those did you do? Let's say you did 10. And let's say that you generated, say, 10 clients last year. Just on average, it could have been from anywhere. Well, my challenge this year is, can you double or can you triple your content? Can you double or can you triple your content? So if you do 10, can you do 30 this year? Now, if you do 30 this year and you got 10 clients in from 10 pieces of content, well, maybe we should get 30 clients in. Because remember, if you're leading from brand, marketing, and sales, that's generally how it works. So step number 2 is, I want you to consistently create a Facebook Live every single week. Now, I want you to plan your content. Step number 1, plan your content. Choose your topics, right? Choose your time that you want to go live, and then go live. You push the button on your phone and it sends you live. Isn't this amazing technology we didn't have a few years ago? We had to literally, hire a PR agent if we wanted to go live and get out there. I remember when I put my first book out, it was like 10 years ago today. It was called Please Mum, Don't Supersize Me. I hired a PR agent. It cost me a small fortune. And that PR agent's goal was to get us out to publicity, which they did. They got us to current affair, news shows, things like that. But now we can do this ourselves. So why aren't we doing it ourselves if we have a product to sell, which we do? We all have a product to sell. So create your own Facebook video live show, structure it, and get people on this show each week. So what we need to do is step 3, and step 3 is once we have that, this is what we're going to do to maximize it. Step number 1, we're going to download the content. Step number 2, we're going to upload it to YouTube and pillar platforms. Pillar platforms being Instagram, Facebook, groups, LinkedIn, WordPress, IGTV. We're going to even cut it into micro pieces of content too. There's a thing called cut stories. Cut stories because you can cut your content in micro pieces. And then we're going to distribute it on all different platforms. So if you cut your piece into like a 20-second piece from a 4-minute video, what it means is that you're going to have now a 20-second piece from a 4-minute piece of video, and you don't have to do that again and again and again. You didn't have to do that again and again. So what it means then, once you can distribute content on all these different platforms, what happens now? More than 10% of people see the original video. And so what we're trying to get to is that instead of doing content on all these different platforms, you just want to have one piece of content and you want to make sure that all the work's done for you. And then we can distribute it and put it through your socials and that kind of stuff. And that's the whole brand piece taken care of then. And when the whole brand piece is taken care of with that amount of content, what happens then? More than 10% of people are going to see it. And then people are going to go, wow, you guys are everywhere. I'm seeing your content all the time, but it's the same piece of content, you're producing it multiple times. Remember, feeds go so fast that you need to come times or even put it up again. Even the content you did last week, put it up again. Re-put it up, reposition it. If you're sitting there around waiting for clients, if you've got an hour spare in your week, 30 minutes, 20 minutes spare in your week, and you want to go get yourself some new clients, take the content challenge and produce a video every single week in the spare 30 minutes that you do have. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. Because guys, you don't know, I was a trainer. I started being a trainer at ages 16 and a half. I purchased a studio at 17 and a half. I worked on cruise liners for 2-3 years as a personal trainer. I had a corporate wellness company and we had a lot of staff working for us. And the biggest thing that I found and my biggest frustration was that, us in the fitness industry are amazing what we do. We're absolutely amazing. We changed lives. However, my biggest frustration was that not enough people know that we change lives. Your next door neighbor, your person that you see every single day at the shops, your local doctor, your dentist, your circle of friends, they need to know that you change lives. They need to know that you have value. You need to inspire people. It's your job to inspire people. It's your job to market your audience, to the audience that you know you can help. It's your job to go and help them. Now, I'm not just saying go and help them when they pay you some money. It's go and help them before they get to that stage of paying you money. Because you want to make sure that they're paying the right person money. If you're frustrated that somebody else is getting the clients and you're not, that's most likely because they've done a better job than talking to their clients before they pay the money. So being an influencer, we call it a market leader. Being a market leader, being an influencer, producing content shows the world that you're not talking about what you had for breakfast or going on there and complaining. I'm not talking about that type of content. I'm talking about content that is going to market to a specific audience that's going to bring a huge amount of value to them. That's going to inspire and lead them down your track, your solution, your healthy path. At Com, we believe that we need a healthier, fitter nation. And that's the reason why we work a lot with health, fitness, and lifestyle professionals, because we believe that you guys are the catalyst to ensure that we can have a healthier, fitter nation with happier people. When you're healthy, you're happier. I certainly want to be surrounded by great people around me. And I know that I love being surrounded by our clients that are really healthy, happy, because they're leading from health first. And so if you're leading from health first, if you're a shining example of what you do, go inspire somebody with more content. But what's going to happen is you're going to put all this content out, and then you're going to bump into someone one day, or you're going to post something, and they go, oh wow, I need to connect with you. It just literally happened to us yesterday. Someone just bumped into us and said, oh, I've seen your content. Let's set up a chat. We set up a chat, they're coming in tomorrow. It works organically, but you got to put the content out.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Marketing Muscle Up Show. If you liked this episode, make sure that you go over and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. You can now subscribe on Apple Podcasts, and please go over and leave us a 5-star review and let everyone know how great this podcast is.